And I thought to myself that I have found the right place. I am in the right place. It's happening. I'm getting a place of my own. I'm actually finally living the dream, the living alone series dream in Harare, Zimbabwe. Did I not know that I'm never going to be moving into this house? It was a fully furnished room and it was going for $100. This house was too good to be true, you guys. The challenge with informal businesses and they're not properly registered on the internet is you don't know which one is legit and which one is a scam. And to make things worse, when you're house hunting in Zimbabwe, for a person with a stamina like me, people would think that I am a teenager. I highly do not recommend to pay an agent because you just don't know who is gonna scam you and who's not gonna scam you. So even if you look out for businesses on Facebook, you guys, you'd find that this is a real estate company. But when you look out for the same company on Google, you're not gonna find it because Zimbabwe has a lot of informal businesses. So a friend of mine then suggested an agent whom they're related to. That was a plus because a relative of a friend is also a relative. They are most likely not going to scam you. Or I don't know. I messaged him, I gave him my budget and the kind of places that I'm looking for. He automatically has a list of houses that you're gonna look up. I went for viewing for one place. It wasn't what fit my expectations. Second place, it was a bit overpriced. Then we came up with a third place, you guys, which was something that I really didn't like, but something that I could settle with because I was running out of time. I definitely needed to move out and settle and start creating videos for you guys without any limitations. That place was a room in a shared apartment. I'm going to be leaving some pictures here. There's built-in cupboards like I had expected. I went on to look the bathroom. The bathroom was shared. However, the bathroom was clean. It was old, but it was clean. I could share the kitchen space. I didn't have any furniture. The landlord is actually suggested that as part of the package, I could use their bed. They had a very nice bed that was not in use. After that, it was a fully furnished room and it was going for $100. This house was too good to be true, you guys. But then I was like, maybe these guys are just cheap because it was a young couple. They're living in a family house and they don't have much expenses apart from putting food in their stomach. And as far as I understand, these guys, they don't go to work. They actually live off tenants' money. So I just thought, this is a good deal. This is somewhere where I can just go and stay and grow from, buy my own property and move to a better house with time, okay? So I went on to pay my deposit and I was ready to move in a couple of days. Did I not know that I'm never going to be moving into this house, you guys? And what has happened? I've been to the police back and forth, you guys. I didn't move into this house. This is not the house that I'm staying in. I couldn't move into this house. I couldn't get my money back. I'm opening a case with the police with these guys, but it's not something that I really wanted to do. It's something that I'm actually delaying with the hope that these guys would actually come around and give me my money back without any complications. So this is what happened. Apparently this guy is supposed to move out by month end, but they could not move out. Reasons that I don't know, or was it planned? That tenant couldn't just move out and I had to wait for a couple of days to give them time to actually get the tenant to move out so I can move in. These guys couldn't come around and I asked if they can refund my money back. Tell you what, these guys had pushed me hard enough to pay that deposit money, but the level of reluctance that they're having when they were actually trying to give back my money was a horrible service, you guys. I don't want to lie to you, and I wish nothing of this sort happens to any of you guys. And I'll make sure that I hook you up with the right agent who are looking for a house in Harare, Zimbabwe. I don't recommend agents, but if the worst comes to worst, I'll hook you up with the right agent. These guys didn't want to give back my money. They'd already spent the money. There's no room for me and I really have to move out because I'm nervous. I need to find a place so I can settle down, calm down, be in my own space and start creating content for you guys. I couldn't do work. I couldn't do anything. And these guys couldn't come along. I got so stressed. I got so devastated, you guys. I am a slim woman, but I lost a bit of weight. My mom said that, and it wasn't a very good experience. One day I reached out to them. I'm like, no guys, you guys are disadvantaging me and I've gone up and down trying to get my money. Will I be wrong if I go to the police? This guy gave me a kind of obvious response. I decided, I guess this is the time that I go to the police. So I go to the police call him and talk to him, and then he says no, he's going to find the money and then he's going to give to me by end of day. So I went at the police station by end of day and he didn't bring the money. So I decided to open a case against him. So when I open a case against me, you have to go through a process until that case starts getting processed. I haven't done the processing because I feel bad. I don't want someone to go through jail because of me. I'm generally a nice person, so I'm giving him a period of about a week and a half. If he doesn't come around, then I'll further proceed with taking him to prison. Something that I don't want, but something that has to be done because business is business. I was looking for a house. You're supposed to give me a house. You're not supposed to take my money when you don't have the house. Okay, so I went on and forgot about this whole place. Cried a bit in the process because I felt taken advantage of. I was tired. And to make things worse, when you're house hunting in Harare, Zimbabwe, for a person with a stamina like me, people would think that I am a teenager. So you go to a place, you say, I am looking for a place. The first thing they ask you is, who's going to pay your rent? Where are your parents? Are you running away from home? Do you want to do muskans? Or do you have a lot of boyfriends? You want to bring a lot of boyfriends over? And for me, that's not the case. I want a place that is comfortable for me to create YouTube content because I live for YouTube. Sometimes you know there is a place, they're looking for tenants, but they'll look at you and say, she's too young, I don't think she'll be able to pay the rent. Even with the guys who didn't give me back my money, they were looking at me and then they were like, you've done this before, we look at you, you see you're a good person, you're a good little girl, you're so sweet. And I'm out there smiling and listening to nonsense because I'm over 25-year-old and you can't tell me nothing. Back to my agent, they asked me to pay $10 for viewing. They call it agent fee. You pay it on the day you meet the agent when you're going for viewing. After you get a place of your own, you have to pay 30% or 20% of your rent. My agent told me that it's 30%, but because it's you, I'm gonna put it down to 20% for you because it's someone that was suggested to me by a friend, so they are a relative to me. So for me, 20% for $100 for that place was $20 US, but then we couldn't move into that place, so we then went to another place whose rent is $150 US, you guys. Something that is in the range of my budget, but the things that comes with the house are something that I didn't expect. So I got a place. It's called a 1.5 room or cottage. It's about 3 by 5 meters if I'm not mistaken. It's a matchbox basically, and it has another half room which is just about 1.5 by 3 meters. I'm going to be showing you guys the whole place in another video when I finally settle and I can do a house tour for you guys. So it's a 1.5 room and then it has its own bathroom, which is also the toilet, you guys. It's a nice place. Okay, it's cleanly painted, as you guys can see. It has fresh paint, good for my videos. The place, however, does not have built-in cupboards. The half room, which is supposed to be a kitchen, is just plain. It doesn't have any cabinet, it doesn't have any sink. There is no water supply in the house, and that is con for me. However, I like the place because after horrible weeks of searching for houses and apartments, I finally got something. I hope to make this place a home. My rent house is $150, which includes water and electricity. For Wi-Fi, I have to cut that for my own, so I'm currently looking for the best Wi-Fi to put in this house. I don't know if I'm going to be staying longer here, but I hope to make this place my own. You're supposed to pay a deposit. A deposit in Zimbabwe is supposed to be the same amount as your rent. You get your deposit on the day that you leave the house, and if you've done any damages to the house, they deduct something to fix things like the windows or if there are cracks on the floors. However, I told the landlord that I currently do not have a deposit, and as time goes by, I'll be able to pay that deposit. That is the house hunting hack that you can try. Every time you look for a place, just tell them that you don't have a deposit, but you pay as time goes on. Because truth be told, There's always going to be something at the end of your stay at a place. They're telling you, no, you broke this, no, something was like this. There'll be very much in misunderstandings, and sometimes might actually not even get your deposit back. I hope they didn't hear me. Anyway, I am in my own space. I am happy. I hope this has actually helped you in seeing how the house hunting economy is like in Zimbabwe. And if you're looking for a place in Zimbabwe, I'd advise you that you actually take your time to look through options and not rush it, because the process is tedious and it needs careful consideration to things that you need or things that come with the house. So if you want to come to Zimbabwe, I suggest that you look for a place ahead. I suggest that if you're looking for a place, use Property Book or Property Co.zw. If you're looking for a smaller place, you guys, then you have to find an agent. But I advise you to find an agent who has actually helped someone you know and they have not scammed them, because scammers are out there. They're just not in Zimbabwe, but they're in every country all over the world. So do not be scammed. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please give this video a huge thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. You're kind of on the road to 20,000 subscribers, and it can only happen if you guys make it happen. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Tinu Sparks, your favorite African without borders, and I am signing out.